Welcome to another project share here at the Paper Addict. If you watched my blog this month, it didn't look like I got a whole lot done, but that is because I was working on some other things that I can finally share with you. So here's what was on my blog. It was this layout. This is my nephew on his first birthday. He will be 6 this weekend. And this is a doodlebug collection. Boys Rule, maybe? I think it might have been called. This is doodlebug washi. Some Bella Boulevard stars, Tim Holtz word stickers, a button from my stash, as well as a wood button from Chamel. And then the stars are Bella Boulevard, the puffy stars, as well as the chipboard stars. The title I cut out of this blue background paper from my silhouette, and then some sequins that I attached with the Zots for Bling. I've been really liking those. They're holding them well. So this I'll be able to bring to my sister-in-law on Friday at the party. And then this is some of the things I was working on for my design team commitment with FabScraps. So this is my coffee o'clock layout. You might have seen it over on their blog. You can find all of these things on their Facebook page prior to me being able to share them here. This is from their Coffee Confessions line. This is a cut file I found on the Silhouette store, and I backed it with different papers, all from their coffee line. You can see the green stripe, which then I did over here, the purple polka dot. The blue paper had teacups and things on, coffee cups or teacups and pots on them. And then the pink polka dot. Some of these are from the card collection. Some of them are from the 12 by 12. And then I loved this paper that had like a coffee mug rings on it. And this is a piece of like the chipboard. I think it's actually called beer board, but it feels like chipboard, that I just embossed with black embossing powder. Some black ink and a black enamel dots, and you're good to go. The reason this applied for this photo is this was last year at the CKC convention at the Crop, and I think it was like midnight and we needed some coffee to keep going. This is another Coffee Confessions project. Everything on here, aside from the enamel dots, the black cardstock, the white cardstock, and the ink, is from their collection. Our church runs a nonprofit coffee shop. It has coffee, breakfast, and lunch, and it gives back to our community. It uses, you know, whenever possible, local or, you know, suppliers that are of the same mindset that we are. And this is the first time my sister and I went there, and that was our beverage of choice. You can see this time I left that natural, but backed it with a piece of paper so it stood out a little bit more. And I'll give you a quick peek behind the scenes. I started on this side and didn't like the way it was going, so I flipped the page over and here we are. Then this is with the Memory Lane collection. I think that's, my brain just stopped. I'm pretty sure Memory Lane. This photo is where one of the places we had my daughter's second birthday pictures done. It was a place called Ott's Exotic Plants, and it was just amazing. This little moss and rock tunnel was next to a waterfall, and this is all indoors. And it was just amazing. It needed to be documented. So these two pieces of paper are from the collection. And then these are another piece of paper from the collection that I fussy cut out and put up on Pop Dots. You can see some of the dimension. This little bird is from another one of the papers. I fussy cut him out. And then I added some flowers from my stash. These are the same flower. One I colored with watercolor and one I left plain. And then this is one of the, where you go, chipboard-like elements. That one I embossed with white embossing powder, which I love doing this. I love the way both of the ones that I embossed turned out. And then the final layout I did for my commitment was this. This is one of the plants that was, you know, able to be purchased while we were at the photo shoot. So this is one of the papers from the collection. I found this cut file in this paper issues store, and then I just used papers from the collection to back the flowers. Okay. I did back the leaves in two different color greens from my stash. Then the photo is backed on black, and both of these words pretty are cut from two different papers in the collection and then just offset with some black cardstock. Finally, some flowers and leaves from my stash. These I did hot glue in because they were so bulky the scrapbook adhesive would not hold them. Then this was made with the coffee collection. This would be adorable as a little favor for a bridal shower. If you have a coffee lover. This little box holds a K-cup. Please use a stronger adhesive than I did. I used a Zig glue pen, and as you can see, it needs some help after, you know, a couple weeks. And then this I created myself. There was no pattern for this. You can see. And when you open it up, you can put whatever different sweeteners in there. I just think it would make a nice touch to a coffee-themed party. Anyone could put their own sweetener in, you know, brew their own cup. I like favors also that go away, you know, that people can use and it just doesn't add clutter to their house. Then something else I made with the Memory Lane collection was headbands for my daughter and I. This one I did on ribbon, obviously, so I could tie it around her head. And this one I just put on an elastic that I had in my hair stash. This one I just hot glued to the ribbon. And then you can cut the ribbon to length. And this one I added with some hot glue, some foam on the back. Since this was so thin, I was afraid that the hot glue would be on the sides and would hurt her head. So this is just a cut file I had in my silhouette that I bent some of the leaves and layered up to give it some dimension, and then added a rhinestone on one and an enamel dot on the other. This is a picture frame that I created that is actually going to my sister because her kitchen is coffee themed. These pieces are from the Coffee Confessions collection. This is a silhouette cut file. This is one of the die cuts that comes with, I believe, the card kit, and a piece of paper that I just cut to 12 by 12 that I just cut to size. This is a dollar store frame that I just covered. I don't know if you can see well with the camera and the lights, with coffee beans. I used glossy accents and covered it with coffee beans, some up, some down, some this way, some that way. So perfect for your coffee lover and relatively inexpensive. Then I did, this was my first ever mixed media canvas. This is all from the Memory Lane collection. The quote is from the Coffee Confessions collection. These little flowers were done with the stencil from the collection. And I did this on a canvas I got from Michael's with some matte gel. And then I inked the edges so the flowers would stand out from each other. And I left it overhang the edge. Let's see how I flip it over. See? Just because that's the way the flowers looked best. This is an 8 by 10. I really like how this came out. And then I did another one that I'm not pleased with, but it is what it is, right? Not everything can be our favorite. This is from the Coffee Confessions line. This is modeling paste and acrylic paint and some ink to get like a coffee color because I didn't have any paint that resembled coffee. This is cut from one of the 12 by 12 papers. This is the coffee cup in the stencil. And this is one of the cut apart like phrases from the collection. So this one isn't my favorite, but I love how this one came out. So I think this is definitely something I would like to keep trying, just because it was relaxing, it was fun. You know, it's not overly expensive because I got the canvases on sale. So if it doesn't come out exactly how you expected, that's okay. It's okay. So while it didn't look like I got a lot done this month, guys, I got quite a bit done. So I hope you've enjoyed my project share this month since it wasn't all layouts. I hope you will head over to FabScraps and check out their new collections. And I can't wait to share more with you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.